We're proudly in our 6th year of helping the region's wildlife rangers keep themselves and the animals safe. Our 2021 World Ranger Day campaign alone supported 65 rangers across 4 reserves. Our own Wild Tomorrow Fund rangers have stepped in to lend a helping hand to neighbouring reserves who are experiencing poaching problems. Plus, they've continued to receive training, including wilderness first aid and firefighting prevention.
We care about the protection of every species, but there are some, like elephants and rhinos, that need our special assistance. Our friends at Manyoni Private Reserve were in need of collaring one of their matriarch elephants. We were delighted to fund the procedure, and we filmed it all in 360.
Let's stand quietly together and witness what happens next. She's a little groggy, but she's going to find her calf and herd in no time.
The poaching crisis of rhinos continues, and so does our support of partner reserves who would like to safely dehorn their rhinos. In the past 2 years, Wild Tomorrow Fund has funded the dehorning of 25 rhinos. When the call comes in to help wildlife in need, Wild Tomorrow Fund is proudly there.
Sustainable conservation in our region does not just mean protecting wildlife. It also includes assisting our less fortunate neighbors. We continue to support 2 preschools with educational materials, food, clothing, and teacher stipends. The pandemic hit rural communities especially hard. For over a year, we delivered emergency food parcels to over 600 individuals in 70 of the most impoverished families.
This year was a momentous year for Wild Tomorrow Fund, protecting habitat for threatened species in southern Africa. After 5 years of negotiations, this wild place we've been working so hard to protect was legally proclaimed as a nature reserve. This means that all of Ukuwela's precious wildlife, its leopards, giraffe, hippos, hyena, its endemic plants, sandforest trees and orchids, insects, frogs, birds, and butterflies are all now protected legally on equal footing with a national park, forever. Our ecologists continue to record the incredible diversity of life across Ukuwela's tapestry of habitats and have so far catalogued over 1,400 species, of which 44 are threatened with extinction. It's been a beautiful year for our giraffe, welcoming the arrival of 5 giraffe calves. They symbolize the hope that ecological restoration brings. Nature, if given space and actively restored, can rewild. Our next step is to open our wildlife corridor, restoring connectivity between Ukuwela and our neighbors. This is our vision, turned to reality, of habitat connectivity restored, with elephants and all wildlife able to move and meet again in connected wild spaces, critical for their long-term survival.
The Greater Ukuwela Nature Reserve is a magical place. It's sometimes hard to remember that not so long ago it was degraded farmland. Managing a large reserve requires a number of ongoing practices. We've been hard at work removing alien plant species using our all-woman Green Mambas team. Nature has always used fire as a means to regenerate vegetation. Unfortunately, through the destruction of most wilderness areas, these fires no longer happen naturally. We give nature a helping hand on our reserve to stimulate the process.
Protecting wildlife and wild spaces is our mission. Together, we can rewild our world.